Welcome to eLearning Pundit's YouTube channel. In this web series, we are covering all new features that Adobe Captivate 2019 has released. In this video, I will be going to cover how you can import a PowerPoint presentation inside a responsive project. That means now your PowerPoint presentation can also be responsive. Earlier in Captivate 2017, we did not have this option, and a presentation can only be imported on a blank project. But now let me show you how we can import Microsoft PowerPoint presentation inside a responsive project. All you need to do is begin with a responsive project by going to the File menu, New Project, and select your project, that is the responsive project. Once you click OK, it should open up a project for you. I already have my project created. Now what I need to do is I need to add a slide and I need to add a PowerPoint slide. So this is a new option that Captivate has introduced. Earlier there was no such option. Once I click this, I need to press OK and choose my presentation. Once the presentation is ready, I have few options that I can pick. In my presentation, I only have a single slide, so I'm only seeing one slide here. If you have multiple slides, you can use select all or clear all option, or you can manually choose the one you would like to import. Later, you can choose how you would like to advance to the next slide, on a mouse click or automatically. If you choose on mouse click, that means a click box will be added on your slide so that you can click on that click box and your slide can move further. Next option is linked. If I'm keeping linked checked, I will get to know if I have made any changes in my presentation under library. I'll show it to you how that works later in this video. Press OK to import the slide now. One more thing I would like to add: while importing any PowerPoint presentation inside a responsive project, by default, it's imported in high fidelity mode in Captivate 2019. So now, this was my first slide, and now this slide is coming from my PowerPoint presentation. Because I have chosen it to advanced on a mouse click, so I have a click box over my slide. Now, let's see how it will gonna look like on a tablet and a mobile device. So there is a live preview button now, and I can just click this button to see how this slide will gonna look like on my devices. So basically what it is doing is it's just making everything smaller. So it will not be a adaptive responsive project, but it will shrink it down to the resolution you have for your tablet and your phone. Let's try to preview it in a browser. Okay, so let's hit the play button. This was my first slide, and this is my second slide. Let's pause it for a second and move this handle to see how it will gonna look like on a tablet and a mobile phone. On the other hand, if I go back to my previous slide and I pause it here, and if I try to use these handles and make it smaller, so you can see the difference. The text I have in my slide doesn't shrink. So this is the difference. If you create a responsive project and add a text, so till the time it can be adjusted on the screen, it will try to adjust it. But on the other hand, if I go to my next slide and I use these handles, everything is getting shrinked. That means it's being treated as an image inside a responsive project. So this is how you can import a PowerPoint presentation inside your existing responsive project. But let's say if you want to create a fresh project from Microsoft PowerPoint and want to keep it responsive. Now there is another option that you can use. Go to the File menu and there is another type of project that's got added, Responsive Project from Microsoft PowerPoint. And this will do the same thing. Let's choose a presentation now, and this time we have all the options that we used to see while importing a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. All other options are same, and by default this would be included in high fidelity mode. So no need to worry about the animations that you have in your presentation. It will be imported as it is. Let's try to press OK and let's see how it will be going to import it. So because the height and width of my presentation is pretty big, so this may affect the resolution of my slides. So let's press OK. I do not care about that. Alright, so now what has happened here is the resolution of my original presentation was around 1920 into 1080. It will be converted into a responsive project, so it will try to shrink it down to 1024 into 720. And it's the same presentation that I have imported. If I preview it, it should give me the same result. Now let's talk about the linked option that we have discussed earlier, how that works. If I'm keeping my presentation linked, how I can see if I have made any changes in my original PowerPoint presentation. Let's go to the library and take a look. How does it look like inside library? So inside presentation, I can see there is a green dot next to it. That means this presentation is in sync with the original presentation. But let's say if I am going back to my original presentation and I'm going to add another slide. Okay, I have added a slide and I'm going to save it. And now if I go back to my Captivate, you would notice that there is a red dot. That means my presentation is no longer synced with my Captivate presentation. What I can do is I can right click it and I can do import, or I can just click this icon and it will update my presentation from Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's just wait for a minute. And here we go. It has found that there is another slide that got added to my presentation. Press OK to import it. And I have my second slide imported. Great. So this is pretty simple how you can import a PowerPoint slide inside a responsive project. That's all from my side on this video. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.